men teachers are virtually absent in the field of early childhood education. And there are several reasons why we feel that there is a dearth of male teachers in this field. Primarily, the salary is too low. I feel that if more money were to be put for salaries in early childhood care, more men as well as women certainly would consider this field as a career. Secondly, the field of early childhood education is perceived as a women domain. And many men who try to get jobs in the area of early childhood education are viewed as suspect, as pedophiles, as people who are not there to care for children and really be role models for them. And these misconceptions turn a lot of men away. And sometimes it's harder for men to talk about men who work in early childhood education. It's harder for them to talk about what they do because some of their friends think they are soft if they care for little children. They are so-called, the word they use a lot is sissy, if they play with children. Whereas those men who work with children are heroes, should be viewed as heroes. And the reason why I'm saying this is because children who are growing up need both male and female educators, need especially male to help them develop leadership capacity skills. And it is also an area where children are really trying to have both genders as role models. So I feel that more men should be coming into the field because they will play a unique role in terms of providing not only care to children but examples of male caring adults. And that's why I'm trying to do everything I can to encourage young men especially, as well as older men, to be part of this campaign to increase the number of men who serve in the early childhood education area. Currently, I go on the college. I speak with young men who show an interest in education, especially around the time when they come in for transfer advisement very early on in the semester. I tell them about the necessity to have more male educators in early childhood. And also, once these young men start taking courses, I serve as a mentor to them, as an advisor. I try to find them scholarships. And I also go around in the field. Whenever I find a young man working as an assistant teacher, I encourage him to consider education as a career, as a major for him. And I'm working currently with Dean Gillespie and Professor Ken Anderson on a project that is called the Urban Male Leadership Initiative. And one of the foci of this project is to really attract more men into the field of early childhood education. And so far, we're making strides. But our objective is really to have at least 10 men who would declare early childhood education as their major every year. So my goal, the goal I'm setting for myself as a member of the teacher education department, is to really recruit and retain and mentor at least 10 young men every year to be part of the early childhood field.
As an assistant teacher, I work right below the head teacher, which together we plan the curriculum for the whole semester that we occupy children in our classrooms. Children in our classrooms are from ages 3 to 4, so it's the beginning of their academic experience, let's say. So our number one priority in the classroom is to make the children feel as safe and as comfortable as possible. for them to be able to get to the next level of listening and understanding what the teachers and the other adults in the room have to offer and say to them. Professor Plaisir kind of touched on a few topics that keep men away from this profession. And one of them, of course, is the fact that for many, many years now, the care of children has been the priority of women. And it's very, very hard to change those routines and change those traditions around for more males to be able to work in this type of profession with children. So, although I feel that it's very, very possible and very achievable, I also think that it's going to be a longer process accepting those male teachers into the classrooms, since we have never really seen that before. We have not seen as many male teachers in classrooms that occupy 3 and 4 and 5-year-old children, because again, men are not considered to be nurturing or caring for a younger person the way that women do. So again, like Professor Plaisir is trying to add and support as many male teachers as possible. I feel that I need to talk about it as much as I can, because it's really, really important to have a different way of thinking in the classroom. And what I mean by that is women have their own way of thinking and dealing with things, and then men have their own way of dealing with situations. And that balance in the classroom is what's the most important thing that we have to focus on for children to be able to compare and understand a little bit more about life and social skills.
Elias is a superb early childhood education major. He works with the BMCC Child Care Center as an assistant teacher. The children there love him. The staff respect him, and it's really phenomenal to see how he serves as a role model, not only to children but also to adults who are caring for the children. He gives more than 100% of his time, energy, knowledge, and generosity to the children, to the families that come to the center. So I feel very privileged to have Elias as one of my students, as one of my mentees.